The Dreams of Ghosts and Indians, a novel by Preston Jacobs, available in paperback and ebook. Okay, we are back for Berserk with the boys. Zondark is still with us. Let's.
Oh my God, he.
Berserk with the boys.
All right, welcome. Trey, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing okay. Carmine, how you doing this evening?
Fine. Trey, he would not stop bringing up Zondark in the last
I
read.
love it. I love him bringing up Zondark.
He's like, Carmine, what's the name of that guy that we love? Who's that guy? Yeah, Zopeland. Zondark, yes.
Well, I need to look at the origin of Zondark. Why did he give him this name? It's such a very memorable name for some reason. I don't know. It sticks in your head.
It's very, very odd. I mean, I think it's in this weird fantasy sense that the letters that a strange fantastical world or alien world would use the most are the ones we use the least. So it's always like Z's and Q's and stuff, Quasacs, stuff like that. So I think it's like Zondark. He must have a name with letters that we never use in English, Zondark. Very exotic.
And it's weird that you give it to this minor sub boss, it's like what's the guy in the Game of Thrones that we bring up all the time? It's thrown in the water.
Alardim.
Alardim, yeah. It's just it's a name that wow,
it's so weird that
it sticks with you,
right? Alardim.
Yeah.
Who has the name Alardim?
Trey, there's a new one. There's a new guy now. It's Vylar, the captain of the guard.
Captain of the Lannister guard, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who was there for Tyrion's wife, yeah.
Also, there's also another guy. There's Arnell with two L's.
Arnell?
That's right, yeah.
Did you know that there's three Arnells?
There's three Arnells, so there's an Arnell with one L.
Arnell with one L, which was the Archmaester of the Citadel and author of The Mountain and the Vale. There's Arneld, a knight who is in the service of King's Landing, maybe a guy in the City Watch, and then Arnell, two L's, is your Night's Watch guy.
So everyone's doing well this evening. You put your roast in the crock pot. Trey has gotten his copy of the Dreams of Ghosts and Indians in the mail.
Right here.
He has.
Right here. I'm so excited.
Have you cracked the first page?
I cracked the first page. I'm excited, but I need to read more.
Excellent. Well, I guess we'll get back into Berserk here. Beruseruku. Okay, so where were we last? I mean, the story is the same every time, right? He goes into a town. He finds out that there's some evil
supernatural evil guy. Yeah,
who's been eating people, and then he wants to kill him, and he has disproportionate abilities from one scene to the next in order to keep the story going, right? And so he for some reason has not gone straight for the dude yet, and we've going several. Is this part three of the?
Oh my god!
Of this story against what was the name of this? Guardians of Our Desire.
I think he's the Count. He's fighting against the Count. I think he's just the Count, right?
Okay, so
look at those round towers.
Round towers. This is where didn't they start building round towers because of cannonballs and they deflect off easier or something?
Yeah. I just bring it up because it's like Jamie thinks of it, right? And it's the square towers versus round towers, stuff rolls off of energy is dispersed better off of round towers and stuff. Random bits of
Like
information.
blind spots and weird stuff like that. Yeah. It's siege warfare kind of stuff. Okay, see, stuff that Viserys would have told Daenerys about, all the siege warfare stuff that he told her about. Okay, and now he's running up the stairway. Guts is running up the stairway, and there's the Count.
He's got Puck.
He's got Puck. He captured Puck. Why?
Yes, like they were gonna execute Vargas, right?
Yeah.
Remember Vargas, the guy with the little legs or no legs? But Guts, like he thought Guts was gonna interfere in the execution and save Vargas, and he didn't. So Puck came in there and got knocked out, and then he got captured by the Count.
And he still said, "Vargas, I knew you for like 8 hours." Espere. E2. Oh no.
Is this in a different language?
I have a different language version here.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right, I'm going to pause this while we find an English version.
Damn it.
Okay, we're back. All right, Lo siento. We had found a Spanish language one for some reason, and now we're back. We're back with English. Well, I mean, we're in the Dominican Republic here, so I'm in the Dominican Republic. So it seems these are very German-looking houses in the distance. That could very well be Frankfurt.
I bet like some I've done this with some artists where like you find the exact buildings that they referenced in like their real places you can visit. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that's like in a book.
I tell you, like when I was young, I used to like when I read comic books, like I was also like a young boy who would like sneak in and like look at my father's Playboys, and it was very clear, like when I started recognizing like panels in comic books, like from that they were clearly like referencing from Playboy magazines, like they were like that's just what they used for like,
oh my gosh,
yeah, no, it happened several times where I was like, I've seen this, and then it was there. Anyway. At least I missed this panel where Guts was running up these stairs here. So the richness has been appreciated. Okay.
So is he like in a rush to save Puck? Like he does care about Puck now? He's running.
What are you
trying to remember where we left
Why
off.
would I care about such a weak little, dude like you? Anyone that can't fend for themselves is deserves to be killed. Okay. Right?
The Count.
We'll see.
Old fella. Look, he doesn't say Vargas in this version.
He's not old. Like I don't like he wasn't. There's nothing old about him.
He was like, I'm 30 years old. I just got mutilated.
It's just that I'm deformed.
Oh, look, he really thinks fondly on Vargas, like they had you're right, they had less than I don't even think it was 8 hours. I think it was like 5 or something like that, like they barely knew each other. They couldn't do a thing to save you.
He's a really like empathetic species, these elves.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't do a thing to save you. I mean, it's okay. I was living a life mostly in pain. It was kind of not even worth continuing on. Not a single thing. Oh, what's going to happen to me? Huh? Wait.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, I'm reading it the wrong way. Or wait, no, I'm reading it the right way. He sees the cake first and then the door opens? Because I'm reading it like a manga, right to left.
I don't know why he'd be thinking about the cake.
Why is he thinking about the cake before he even enters the room?
I don't even think there's anything in the room to think about the cake.
What is going on here in this panel?
Is there...
What's with the cake? What's with the cake with the deviled eggs?
Am I missing pages here? Anyway, it doesn't seem like it because they're like... Huh.
Okay. Just got hungry. He just got hungry for one
cake. I don't understand this cake. Okay, click, opens it up. Oh, my daughter. Oh, father. I have a bad feeling where this is going. Real bad
no, 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 no. Look at Puck. Why is Puck making these weird faces?
I mean, is there a kid still awake, Teresa? Eh? Oh,
Father. I guess he didn't think he had a kid.
That's right. What is it, Father? Why are you coming to see me so late? I just have a little something for you. Oh, it's an elf. Is it real? I guess he's in love with her. But I don't understand. Oh, well, do you like it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand the cake. The cake's don't make any sense to me. Thank you, Father. Are you lonely here, Teresa? Be patient, my dear. I couldn't possibly let you out into the impure world overrun by filthy heretics. Teresa, you're the only... Ah! Oh, you still won't let me touch you. Ah! Do. Oh. So be it. It's getting late. Good night. Father, nothing. Forget it.
Okay.
Okay. Excellency, go away. What? Leave me be. So we've added this wrinkle in the story. We find out that this horrific monster has a daughter named Teresa. And okay, so this is our this is my 5th issue of Berserk. And I don't think there's been a happy ending for any women in the story so far. So I just we've introduced Teresa, and I just it's something terrible is probably either in her past or will happen to her, one of the two or both. I'm just predicting it now.
We'll see. We'll see what happens to Teresa. You're right that Berserk is not a female character friendly series. Like, you're right that, like, I can't think of, like, even like later characters. There's a little bit who have like a happy ending. I don't know, where that experience no type of trauma. You know, like, this world is so.
I mean, I guess all the characters experience trauma, so it's not really maybe the sexism thing, but like everybody is. Anyway, he then looked on the stairs. Wait, but these stairs earlier, Guts was running up these stairs, right?
Yeah.
Alas.
Sir, somebody has to fix that railing now. The thing's damaged forever.
No, man, that's a lot of work right there. He has come. I think he knows that Guts is coming.
Oh.
Gotta save Puck. And
I think this is your guy.
Is it?
Look at that shadow. Look at that shadow.
You're a stubborn bastard, you know. The shadow.
It's kind of cool.
No, wait, no, this is Zondark, you're saying. Oh,
yeah, it's Zondark. Yeah, that's
I've been waiting for you. Black swordsman. You haven't been waiting very long. It's only been like
we just split up. You know, like
25 minutes since we last battled. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. It's a little much. It's a bit much.
I know. You sliced me in the head, and I had this second thing grow out, and now I've got these other stalks of eyes, and is what's going on here? I don't.
I think it's leaking out of him.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his like. Is that like one big like nut sack? What is that? I don't even know. It's got these like. You know,
it's like a xenomorph.
Bulgy thing, claws. I don't know what's going on here. You're much prettier than the last time I saw you. He looks pretty much the same the last time he saw you.
Is that like the first like one-liner from Guts? Has he said a one-liner like that before? Like a snarky one? Yeah.
I mean, he said our very first frame where he's like where he's having sex with the succubus and then kills her. He like doesn't he give her a one-liner? I mean, it's not clever or anything. He's just like, take this, bitch, something like that. No more games. This time there's nowhere to run.
He could go back.
I guess he's just destroying all the. Grah. Prom. Oh, when did he get to reload? I guess maybe on the way. I don't know. Grah. What?
Is he doing the cannon? What's he doing? Oh, he's doing more arrows.
Yeah, why is he confused here? He says, what? You've very clearly been shot by arrows. I don't understand his confusion.
You got him in the mouth, I guess.
Maybe he's been like rushing through things. We're getting some very
the cake is bad, yeah, and then this is the movement of the fight is a little confused.
Right, because he's like
he shoots him with the arrows. He's smashing
the stairwell, right?
Yeah.
He's in the stairwell and he says there's nowhere to run, and so he starts destroying the stairwell. And then he shoots him a bunch. And then
he falls back, it looks like.
Falls back, and then he's confused. And now I don't know.
I guess he didn't know that Guts had a crossbow on him. Like, is that maybe it? I think he saw Guts have a cannon on him, though. So why would he expect him not to have something similar? Yeah, I don't know.
Gah. And then somehow the stairwell is not destroyed, even though he had destroyed it in the previous panels. He's doing it in his whip. Now he's destroying stairwell again. But now it's not. Okay, so the way back is destroyed a little. Shoot. These arrows aren't going to do shit, dude. He's like a regenerating green goop monster. I don't understand what you think your arrows are going to do. Like shooting him into his like one armored place.
Swing, and he uses the sword.
Cuts him in half. Okay. And then
he falls?
Okay, falling. Down this long stairway. Okay. But he comes back. Jumps back up. Zoom. And then he's here. He kicks out his legs, Guts bashes his head into the ground. Hey, it's futile no matter how much you chop me up, no matter how much you hack this possessed body. I'll just keep on regenerating myself. Yes, clearly. Unless you cut off my head. Why would you...
Why would you tell him that? Why would you tell him that? What? That's really stupid. What? Why would he tell him that? Why would he tell him his weak spot?
Over and over again. Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, and then he does it next panel. Yeah, why would he tell him his weak spot? That is really stupid. That is some... Okay.
This now, getting back to the sex stuff, he's now like holding his dick with just like this like world of cum all around him, like
as he cuts this guy's head off.
It's just weird. Thanks for the tip.
Oh God. Oh God.
Thanks for the tip. By the way, thanks for the tip is literally a Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner from Kindergarten Cop. I don't know if you know that. But,
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this little boy goes up to Arnold Schwarzenegger and he goes, boys have penises, girls have vaginas. And Arnold Schwarzenegger goes, thanks for the tip.
What's the one where the guy's like, I thought you said you would kill me last, and he goes, I lied.
Commando. It's so great. That's not even the best one in Commando. The best one in Commando is where the guy is forcing him to get on the plane, so he kills the guy and he hides him on the plane as though he's sleeping, and he tells the stewardess, "Don't bother my friend. He's dead tired." That's so good. So good.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh my God, thanks for the tip.
He walked right into see, that's the thing. It's like with the Tyrion kind of one-liners is that like they set him up too well. Like, why would this guy give him his weak spot? Like, why would he say that?
Hate I think it's Theon 2 with the introduction of Asha, because like she's saying all these jokes and people just like set each other up for her. Like she I think somebody has a new kid and she's like, oh, it wasn't very long until you put your oar in the water. And they go, and I stroked and I stroked and I stroked. And I was like, yeah, because who would fucking say put your oar in the water as a metaphor for like for sex? Like not knowing that the obvious one is the stroke thing, right? Like, but it's just like, it's so set up. And like, I think the Cobbs and other people when they go up to Asha, like set themselves up for these insults.
It's like the Victorian, like when he's like feasting before the King's Moot, like the night before, and like Asha shows up, and you're right, and he's like talking to Euron's guys, and it's like, they set her up so well that you're just like, oh, come on, like, like if you really want to get the one-liner, you gotta have them earn it,
No, I know.
Oh, it's hard. I get it. It's hard to get a good setup to somebody roasting somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, George and his humor. I mean, I think the only time George is legitimately funny, I think, is Dunk and Egg, because he tries humor at different places, and I don't know if it works. Like his humor in Tough Voyaging and stuff, and his humor in Ice and Fire. I don't know. I think his humor in Dunk and Egg is kind of funny, but here it's just like thanks for the tip, like the tip of your head, like.
And then I think the tip of like it's a double entendre. It's the tip, the advice that he gave about like
dick too, right here.
Then it's it's a triple joke. It's like the tip of his dick sword, the tip of his head, and then the tip of the advice of him going for the head. I don't know. But is he still alive? Oh my gosh, he's still alive even with half his head gone.
Oh. I mean, you got to remember, like each one of these he does 4 pages a night, right? So that's like each one of these panels is like 4 hours of his life. Like,
oh my God, that's like hell. That's like a Sisyphean. That's like a torture somebody would make up. Yes, each night you must make 4 panels.
Oh no. Now I'll feed off your body. What? And he's going, whoa, what are you gonna do? Are you swinging it back and forth or swinging it into a wall? Nice, swinging into a wall. Just slides down. Hawk. I don't think it's over yet. I'll be waiting for you upstairs.
Oh. Okay, so that solves my question that I had a couple sessions ago where it was unclear like if the knowledge of the mini me, like how the count cut off a part of himself and put a mini me in there, if the mini me shares consciousness with the actual count or if it's a separate consciousness,
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not Zondark's because he said this body. He said I've possessed
this body. Yeah.
So like I don't know if Zondark is just dead. I mean, it's just his poor body getting pulled around. Or maybe it's pear-shaped man. We've got blended consciousness.
Blended consciousness.
We don't know where one being ends and the other one begins.
Okay, pear-shaped man.
Oh, damn. Lost too much blood. Did you lose that much blood? I've seen you lose a lot more blood.
Yeah. I guess it's been a busy day.
I guess. Yeah, it's true. We don't know. I can't give up. Just wait and see. I'll skewer you. I'll skewer your damned head on my blade of steel.
On my penis sword metaphor.
No, that's not a great line. Okay. Meanwhile. I'm not very tasty. Elves aren't very good for your digestion, you know. Not to mention, we're high in calories. I won't hurt you. You can come out. I know what it feels like to be locked up in a cage. That's the thing is, like, he gives him these weird faces of, like, is he in love with her? But also he's, like, scared of being killed. So I don't know. And he's thinking about cakes. I don't know what's going on with him.
Is Puck a queer-coded character? Is Puck like, is that what it is?
Yes,
maybe
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this next panel. Yeah. I ask, is Puck a queer-coded character? And then he's doing these little like tiptoe ballerina steps. Like maybe that's it. Like he's kind of like supposed to be. You know, like how they would always have like the effeminate, like kind of like gay guy as like a sidekick in a movie. Maybe that's what Puck's supposed to be. So like him doing the goofy faces is like, ooh, I don't know. I mean,
it's a very interesting juxtaposition with the just over the top ridiculous like sex and violence that the rest of the story is. So to then have this uber innocent character who is just like comically innocent. You're just saying that now so you can eat me alive when I come out. You're just saying that now so you can eat me alive when I come out. I understand why you don't trust me. I'm his daughter after all. Oh? Father's a different person since that day. That day? That day, Mother died 7 years ago.
Ooh.
I was just a baby then, so I don't remember anything. But this is what Father told me. In those days, there was a sect of heretics at large who opposed my father. One day, they kidnapped Mother and threatened to kill her if Father didn't let them practice their pagan worship freely. Father, of course, couldn't allow that without permission from the king, so he refused their demands.
I like how they asked for religious tolerance, like, and that she's like the king could have granted it to them, so that's funny. I didn't like instead of like actually just like bluntly like hunting them down, they're like, well, we could talk about it.
It's funny is that they kidnapped the mother first, and
then threatened.
They could have asked nicely, or maybe just not told anybody, and carried out refused their demands, and they carried out their threat. Mother was sacrificed alive. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
As an offering to their evil god. Oh, man. That's
kind of a cool composition for that panel where, like, her hair is going on top of her hair. It's, like, blending. That's pretty cool.
Because this is like, well, I mean, you know, metaphorically, like this experience becomes part of her. Mm-hmm. The blood here pouring off to the side as her shadow.
That's cool. Use some negative space and positive space. There's some good art going on there.
Yeah, you're right. This is a really fucking great panel. You know, the Zondark fight was getting a little redundant. This is
Yeah, it's funny that like we get like a whole fight scene and then just a random throwaway panel of a character talking is like the most memorable thing I think I've seen of this entire several chapters. Like, I'm like, that's a beautiful panel.
Look here, you know, the pommel of the
It's a beautiful panel, I say, and it's like a woman getting executed.
skull. Would have never noticed this little skull here.
Oh, there's a little
Not
tiny
stopped
baby
on
skull.
This page.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Oh.
That took him 4 hours.
It took him 4 hours. Jesus.
Father was a great ruler. He may have been harsh, but that was so he could defend his kingdom against neighboring enemies. He was trusted and loved by all. Even as a father.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
a beautiful family portrait.
She married this guy. She married this like thick, like dude. Like at first I'm like, okay, he looks so fucking weird because he's possessed by a demon. But no, he just looks like
this is before. Weird. Yeah, he was weird looking before. His head is like 2 of her heads wide.
At least it's like 2.5. It's like and 2 heads high. He's enormous.
Kind of normal. Kind of.
She ended up normal. I don't know. I mean, imagine if she came out like him.
If she came out with his head, she's like, she's like
Bruce Willis's daughter. Like Bruce Willis's daughter looks like you know, it's Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, but she looks a lot more like Bruce Willis. You know?
let me see Bruce Willis' daughter.
Rumor Willis.
Is it which one? Yeah, is it Rumor Willis?
I'm pretty sure it's.
Oh my gosh, she looks exactly like Bruce Willis. Oh my gosh, there's like no input from the mother. That's crazy.
Like right?
That is crazy.
Trey, are you seeing the one I'm seeing? The one where she blonde hair on Google?
I'm seeing the one where she's in black. Oh my gosh, yeah. Here's wow. She's got like the same exact head shape and everything. That's crazy.
Strong genes.
That's funny how that works sometimes. Where like one parent only contributes and the other parent like barely contributes. Like.
Yeah, it's
Don't float.
I know, it's so sad. But I'm just
the genetics is so weird, yeah.
Yeah. But she definitely just, you know, she looks so much like Bruce Willis.
She got the strong head genes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, where were we?
That she didn't end up looking like her weird giant ogre father.
Yes. How did they meet? Was it an arranged marriage? Did they meet online? Did they meet by an
There was it was like the Harrenhal tourney. Like she danced with him and.
But father changed like a man possessed. He started hunting down heretics. Now it doesn't even make a difference anymore whether they're heretics or not. It's almost as if he enjoys hurting people. Teresa, I'm scared. Sometimes I feel almost as if he's not human anymore. Man, like we are honestly like 2 minutes into this conversation and you were gushing.
Look, it's like you're oversharing, honey. All right.
TMI. He's just a dick.
What are these? This is interesting. Are these like Greek or Roman gods? Like how
it looks like that's clearly.
Yeah, there's like Athena,
and then we've got, you know,
this is some
other people.
This is some interesting lore here. I didn't realize that like the Greek and Roman gods or whatever were canon to Berserk universe. I thought it was a different.
You know for a fact, Trey, that if someone asked Miura this question, he probably would say the same thing George would say. I don't remember.
He's like, I need to fill a couple of pages, and yeah, I saw these statues. Because you're right that like we later learned that there really wasn't like a Roman Empire or Greek Empire. There was like the Skull Knight. Or with the Skull King Geiseric or whatever, which was like kind of their equivalent, but yeah, there weren't Roman or Greek gods in this. Because this is like medieval people would do this. They would put up statues of like they would find old Greek or Roman statues and display them. In the Renaissance, maybe more Renaissance.
Yeah. I mean, it's a funny thing because like you got to remember, like today we have a bunch of pretentious people that want to feel like they're rich and sophisticated, and so they display shit. sometimes they know about the shit, sometimes they don't, sometimes they understand it, sometimes they don't, but they just display the shit, right? And the world has always been like that. And it was really weird the first time I went to a museum in Scandinavia, because, you know, they're talking about like the big myth about Scandinavia is that it was a whole bunch of it was a whole bunch of Vikings and savages running around. And it's like, no, like during the Roman Empire, they had upper class and they were all trying to emulate Roman Empire lifestyle. And they had mosaics and statues and everything. They, you know, to them, it was like the rich, sophisticated lifestyle was acting like a Roman, even though they weren't in the Roman Empire, you know, just like today, how like, you know, you if you're in the middle of, you know, Cambodia and you're some super wealthy family in Cambodia, I'm sure the inside of your house is going to look like Western, you know, like it's just how things go. What is a signal of wealth and sophistication? You're going to display it to make people think that you're rich and sophisticated. But anyway,
sorry, I had to comment. I was just like, wow, Greek and Roman gods are canon to Berserk.
Now we
That's
know
so
that
weird.
the Count is you know, a pretentious dude who just
he wants to be classy.
I mean, he doesn't like these heretics, and then he like has all these pagan gods. So I don't know.
Right, like that's the weird thing, right? Yeah.
Strangely humid tonight. On a night like this,
small talk.
We should just take off. Have you checked out the new AR-71s? I don't know if you remember like the line from Star Wars with the stormtroopers. He's like, have you checked out the new AR-71s? Yeah, I was talking to the guys in tech about it. Hey, don't joke like that at this castle. That's not even funny. Huh? What's wrong over there? Oh man, these poor guys. They should have just taken.
Yeah, they were like, we want to take the night off. We should just. Are they just going to leave? It'd be funny if they just walk away. Just walk away.
No.
There was actually, that almost never happened, but in the Batman animated series, there's a moment where Batman sneaks into the villain hideout, and one of the henchmen is like, what's that? He opens the door, he sees Batman there, he slowly walks out, closes the door. The henchman goes, did you see anything? No. He just walks out the building. Walks out the building.
Yeah, at a certain point, like, are you paid enough to fight? Because this guy has killed like 20 people today, like or yesterday. You know, like they should be scared of him.
Who goes there?
Oh, these poor guys. They didn't do anything. They were just saying who goes there, and he kills them. I hope Guts has guilt over this years later. I hope he's guilt. He's like, I shouldn't have killed those two guardsmen. I should have talked to them.
He could have said, "Go home, guys. Go home."
Yeah. Because they didn't even attack him. He's walking really slowly. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. There's at least 20 people here. I could never take on 20 people.
There's at least 15 in that. Yeah. Oh, and this guy's here too.
We knew you'd be coming, as we knew you were in league with Vargas. Why didn't you tell the two guys outside?
Yeah, why did the two guys outside not just go up here, right? Like they could fight them together. Why would they just?
Oh man!
You guys go down. You two guys guard the door down there. 20 of us are going to go up here just in case you fail. Like instead of doing the reverse.
It's like, also, I wasn't really in league with Vargas. I was in the middle of a fight, and suddenly I didn't think I could take on 20 guys. And then I got sucked into his basement. He told me his life story. And then you executed him, and I did nothing. How am I in league with him?
I want a version. I want a version of the scene. I want a version of the scene where he says, "We as we knew you were in league with Vargas," and he goes, "What?" He goes, "What? What? We wasn't in league with Vargas. What the fuck are you talking about?" This is as far as you go. Surrender quietly, or I'll have you killed at once.
You're in my way. Move. Man, this guy has like one emotion, and that's for fool. You think you can take on 50 troops yourself?
Oh my god, 50. That's less. That's half than less he fought that one time.
It's interesting, the word troop. because I think in the past, a troop was, of course, a group of soldiers. And then somehow, over time, it became an individual soldier. Like, support the troops. Like, how many troops are there? Oh, 1,000, you know? When it used to be a collective, right? Versus, like, one single soldier. But, anyway, random thing. Random thought.
No, yeah.
Take on 50 troops yourself? Archers, fire at will. Because it's like this generic word, right? That you're not sure what it means when you say a troop. But actually, it's such weird when you say like a...
Yeah, because you're right. Like an acting troupe, it's a group of people.
Right.
But like a troop, like a trooper,
soldiers,
it's
right.
one person.
And it's kind of weird to talk about a single troop. Like you'll talk about 50 troops. Oh, we have 1,000 troops. But if you say like one troop, it's weird because all of a sudden you're like, well, what do you mean one troop? Like, do you mean one group? You know, like if you say 1,000 troops, the assumption is not 1,000 groups. You're thinking 1,000 individuals. But when you say one troop, you're like, do you mean one person? One soldier? So it's a really weird word, troop, and what it's become. Support the troops. It'd be like both of them, like two. How many troops do you want me to support? Like them all? Anyway.
They're ready to go. How's Guts going to get out of this one?
I do. This is, you know, I appreciate that, you know, he's given these guys, like, you know, they're doing crossbows, so they don't want to have armor on to screw up their shooting and their faces so that they can see where they're shooting. Well, these guys, the spearmen, are like, nah, armor me up.
Yeah, there's some thought there.
Yeah.
Shoo. He shoots the arrows at him. What's going to happen?
These guys didn't match their pants. I don't know what they're doing.
That guy's having a skirt, yeah.
And then, they're all heading in. How are you going to stop all of these crossbows at once? Ding, 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 ding. Oh? You shouldn't have all just shot at the same place. With his sword? Oh, God. He just sliced them all in half. Oh, God. Eek! What are you waiting for? Attack! Spearman. Ching. And
oh my God.
Their heads are off. The Gorget did nothing. What? My eye.
Oh my God.
My skull in half. Oh, jeez. Why am I even wearing armor? Like, that's crazy. Just split him right down the...
That's the crazy. Splitting a guy in half in full armor is insane. Have you... Okay, I'm trying to think of like the last time I've seen armor actually do anything in a movie or TV show or in a comic or anything like that. You know, like somebody's wearing armor and it actually stops something. Like, I don't think I've actually seen that.
I can tell you which one.
happen.
With Matt Damon and I forgot his name, Adam Driver. There's a movie called The Last Duel, and Matt Damon is sent overseas to put down some peasant rebellion, and the peasants are shooting him with arrows, and Matt Damon is just standing there, and the arrows are deflecting off his armor. Of course, Matt Damon is the only guy in armor, and his regiment has no armor. They're all in leather, and they're all running away. And Matt Damon's like, "Come on, guys, where are you going?" And as he's saying that, the arrows are deflecting off his armor. So in The Last Duel, that does happen.
Okay, that's good because I don't know. It's a cool. They should bring that up more because it shows like the class divide too in warfare. That like if you could afford armor, you're like a superhero compared to people who can't.
Yeah, I mean that is the fascinating thing about like knights, right? Like, they're the only ones that have significant military training. They're the only ones on a horse. They're the only ones with armor. And a knight can go in and like literally kill 30 men, and because the men are like, you know, they've trained only for a few weeks with their spear, and they don't have the right
with like a farming implement. Yeah, like
yeah. But like we just don't, you know. You don't imagine that kind of like lopsidedness, and then of course here it's just come on.
Oh my gosh, this character! Oh my gosh, we got a new character.
What are we doing?
A new sub boss. It's Jericho. Where was he? Where was he this whole time?
So Zondark 2, basically the sequel.
It's Zondark. Yeah, Zondark's been replaced with Jericho.
Zondark's brother.
I just want to point out that the fucking flail is 2 nuts and the fucking shaft.
And it's held right in his crotch.
Right. Like had it fucking like, you know, like a regular flail. I mean, a regular flail has either 1 or usually 3, but this one has 2, right? Just so that he can have the nuts and the dick. Like just
can have the brass balls. Oh my gosh. You brought up Zondark's brother, and I think of like have you heard of this? That like, okay, in what's like the Old Testament book that has like King David and stuff? Is that like, gosh, is that Samuel or something? I don't know. Anyways, whenever David's killing Goliath, there's in it, because it's a compilation of like multiple sources, right? There's like one version that has David killing Goliath, but there's another that talks about another battle where some other guy killed Goliath.
You're right. It's in it's in Samuel. It's in 2 Samuel.
Samuel. And there's one passage somewhere else that says Goliath was killed a different time by a different guy.
Dude, yeah.
And like the word like the brother of has been like inserted into the text to like square that circle. And so I don't know, I'm thinking of this guy. This guy's it's Goliath's brother. Like they just like are like, yeah, Goliath had a brother apparently, and he was just as big, and, and a different guy killed him. Jericho. Oh my god, look at how big his knees are.
You always bragged about being strong.
They brought it up.
I mean, we don't know if he's the actual brother, but clearly there's a rivalry at least.
Yeah.
I was making a joke.
I love this.
Shit, here we go.
I totally forgot about Jericho, the amazing character Jericho, who's Zondark's rival in this castle. This castle has 2 giant, huge guys that have a rivalry.
Oh my god. Show us your strength now.
Fucking Jericho.
Eat my nuts. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my, like look at this dick, dude. Like this is just ridiculous.
Oh, Jericho.
I mean, when people are like, oh, you know, because some people still resist us and are just like, you guys are reading into it too much. I'm like, come on with this.
Has it always been dicks and vaginas? Always was. Always has been. Preston's just now.
Because you're right. I don't think I've seen a flail with just 2. Like it's usually only 1.
Or as George would call him, a morning star.
A morning star.
Yes, the flail.
Yeah, okay, I'm all confused. Because a morning star is just like a mace, right? It has a spike at the end of it.
George
it's not on a chain.
In Ice and Fire, he mixed up flail and morning star. Yeah. So,
damn it,
yes,
George.
There's a flail here. He'll talk about the triple morning star, and you're like, triple morning star? Yeah. What he means is the flail.
Did but people actually use flails?
Flails were not used very much historically. They appear in fantasy literature because they look cool, but they're really quite ridiculous weapons because they're imprecise. So you're likely to just hurt yourself. Like you're sitting here whipping around like a bunch of metal balls on chains. You're just gonna fucking hit yourself in the head and kill yourself. So flails were never really used. Maces and morning stars, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the people like them because they look cool, but they're not. They weren't very practical. It's like the nunchuck, you know.
Oh my god, we get to see him. Look, there he is. It's Jericho.
Does he look like Zondark? Can you tell if they're brothers? Oh. Uh-oh. Jericho
Jericho had like 5 panels.
Oh, Jericho. Oh, he did not do so well. Oh,
Damn.
long death here. Oh, top half of his body just falls off. Dick on the ground.
Oh. Yeah. Why is the handle for the flail so thick? It's like, you're right. Does not need to be that thick.
Him slicing the other 20 people in half didn't. But now that Jericho's gotten killed. Wait, where are you going, fools? Yeah, they're all running. I'm warning you, come back. These are some smart guys.
Scott's gonna kill this guy. Ooh, we don't see.
About what? I couldn't stop myself from crying. It's been so long since I talked to anyone. No problem.
Puck's like, yeah.
I'll lend you my shoulder.
Oh, look how happy he is.
He. Do you have a name? The name's Puck. Tell me, Puck. You fly, don't you? Eh? What does it feel like to fly? What's it like? Normal, I guess. The safest for birds or bugs. Well, I guess it's been easier than walking. I mean, half of it is just up in the wind. It's just an everyday thing for you elves, isn't it?
Yeah, please tell me why you care about flying. Do you feel trapped here? Do you feel like a bird in a cage? Is that where this is going?
She's got a piano.
Whoa.
Oh, it's an organ. Still,
why does she have an organ in her room? She's like 12.
Jeez. I think she's older than 12.
Okay, right. This is 7 years. Yeah, she was 7 years ago. Was that picture maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 or 16.
Teresa, you haven't been in here all this time, have you? For 7 years. Father doesn't leave the room. He thinks there are still heretics lurking about the city even now. He won't let anyone from the city or anyone even remotely connected to the city near me. This is my world. Outside this window, my little piece of sky. Such sober eyes, not the eyes of a child.
This guy's running away.
What's going on? Guts could have killed everybody at the execution, but now he's choosing to go into their castle and kill everybody. What is it? It's a burglar, an intruder in the inner compound. Teresa, I've got to go. Huh? That burglar they're talking about? It's someone I know. Huh?
Oh, really?
You can't go. It's too dangerous. I'll be all right. I'm pretty quick. But don't worry. Seen my share of battles, I have. Kind of true. No! I'm sorry. Huh? Thump, thump. Of course. It's natural that you would worry about your friend. Well, he's not exactly my friend. Go on then. Teresa, I told you I knew what it was like to be locked in a cage, didn't I? Because I am. That's because I am.
Nope.
Yeah, we got that.
We got that. You see, like this tree, there's branches, and each branch is different.
You see, you were locked in a cage, and I'm locked in a cage because this is a cage. You see, I'm in the cage. Do you get it? Yeah, I got it. Well, okay. See ya. Wouldn't want to be.
Look how fast he is. Look how fast he is. He's like a streak of light there. He was like, I'm out of here.
Oh, doop, feet on the ground. Huh? Oh, Nook. What is it? Something I forgot to say. I'll be back to see you later. Smell you later. What?
Wow.
Oh, no. And then I'll take you out of here, eh?
Well, don't promise too much, Puck.
Okay. This is a lot of setup for our hearts to get broken.
Yeah.
This is, for so long now, I'd given up even dreaming about it. To actually leave this room, to go outside, for revenge on the heretics who robbed him of the woman he loved. Is that why the Count acquired demonic powers? He summoned the God Hand, and he himself became a demon. Boom.
Oh, damn.
Pretty easy on
He
this
didn't have to
dude.
do that to that guy.
Pretty easy on him. I mean, considering that he just like instantly kills everybody else. Oh,
Yeah.
eek. Oh.
Is it the ending panel? Oh, no. We're still going.
No.
Oh, shoot. Look at the Count's house here.
Impressive.
Damn.
Oh, right there. You called it. Impressive.
Impressive.
That you made it this far. Different use of impressive, but well done, Black Swordsman. Come now and test me. Let's see just how far human power will go. I have nothing to say. Huh?
I got nothing to say.
My nosebleed. Here I come. Okay, going up there.
Yeah, I'm expecting that was a long haul. That was a long like way to get to his throne. It was pretty awkward.
It's true. He'd be like, okay, let me get there.
I can meet you halfway. I can meet you halfway, baby. You want me to get up too?
This is a really big throne room. Go. Oh man.
No, damn, he knew.
That Zondark was here.
No, I think he's hidden part of his body underneath the throne.
Ush. Huh? Nicely countered.
Oh no.
It was my dick under there the whole time.
Trey, how the fuck did I never notice any of this bullshit until Preston started pointing it out? I never noticed this.
Any naysayers, just show him this panel. This is quite a panel right here.
that he had hidden his dick underneath the stairwell and was going to bring his dick up to attack. We didn't see that coming, did ya? Oh, I now grasp the extent of your skills. It seems that I too must take this fight a little more seriously. Do. Oops, I flew out all right, but I forgot to ask where the Count's quarters are.
What a goofy little character. Oh no.
Whoa! Guts! Huh?
We're getting the reveal.
It's the Count's dick.
It's the Count's big dick.
It's got warts all
So
over
veiny. Oh my god.
Oh, it's coming after me. I'll crush you.
That's cool. Looks pretty cool.
It's very it does remind me a bit of the voice of Sauron, where it's just like the
Oh yeah.
teeth with no
lips.
this is very creative.
Yeah, I like this design.
Are these the eyes? What's going on?
And then he has two mouths. He's got a big mouth and then a speaking mouth.
Dude, why are you still here?
Just run out of there. Yeah.
You're gushing blood a second ago.
Get out of there, guy.
Job. Now you understand what you didn't understand before. It's futile, no matter how many times you chop off my arms and legs. Each time you cut them off, my body becomes stronger. It grows bigger and bigger. A mere sword can't possibly destroy me. I mean, I guess the idea is like he's taunting him to cut off the head because he's like, if you cut off the head, I'll just grow stronger. But he lied to him and said I get weaker. Kya! Kya! The door is. Huh? What? She goes to the door. Raw guts. Where are you? What happened to that vigorous onslaught of yours? Did you finally realize that you had no chance of winning and decide to run away? Dude?
What's going on, man?
How's this guy?
Get out of there, buddy. It's above your pay grade.
Where are you, black swordsman? See, at this point, he could have easily just like battled him at the execution.
Yeah.
No reason that he like let Vargas die and then like followed him into the castle here. Oh, guts behind you.
He's right behind me, isn't he? Old man died.
Finally our like guy dies.
Oh, look, I think the idea is that Guts put his cloak around him. Like, Guts doomed him to death. Yeah, the Count thought he was killing Guts there.
He was using it as a diversion.
Clever girl.
Guts killed this random old man.
Oh.
It's pretty dark.
He actually seems a little upset over it.
Yeah, he's like, oh my guy, my loyal Stuart. No, I actually liked him, Maester Coleman.
He was my only friend. Oh, God, the distraction, and he just a surface wound. Damn. You know, this issue has been, besides Puck like talking to the daughter, this whole episode has just been like one long fight.
Yeah. And you're right that like, did we really need Jericho?
Jericho is essential. Jericho was the most important.
Because we have Zondark 2, we have just Jericho, and then we have the Count here. In addition to all those like crossbow guys, like, do we need that all? You know, like.
Yes.
Thought Zondark was going to come back again. I was wrong. It was the Count's dick on the whole time. You
rogue.
Wait, we went back to.
Oh, I think this is Puck. Oh. This is Puck discovering that Guts did this to this poor old man.
Oh, I guess so. But
and Puck is like,
you already passed by like 100 dead bodies on the way in here. You didn't care.
Oh, look, he's explaining it. He's explaining it just in case you were kind of too stupid to recognize what Guts did.
You set a decoy and aimed for my head at the spur of the moment. Indeed, your quick wits show that you are a first-rate warrior. But in the end, that's just a human technique. It's irrational to think that you can defeat me. I, who am beyond human. The brand on your neck. Oh, impossible to think that someone can survive with that brand carved into their flesh. Revenge, is that it? But of course you'll never win, a mere mortal like yourself. You see, you can't even stand up after a single strike from me. It's not worth being constantly hounded by demons chopped to pieces. There's no need for you to continue your war of pain and fear. That's right. It's a meaningless fight. You should put an end to it now. I will release you from your suffering. Oh, wait. I can't tell. That's right. It's a meaningless fight. I can't tell.
I think it's just this guy talking still, yeah.
You should put an end to it now. Release you from your suffering. I will dispatch you once and for all back to where you belong, your final resting place in hell.
In hell.
It was already preordained the moment the brand was carved into your neck. Divine providence cannot be thwarted by man's efforts. So this is where we start getting into the philosophy of Berserk. Is this it? The predestination versus free will.
Yep. Is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Yeah, Trey knows.
Yeah, I know that. Does that show up in the... Was that at the beginning of the manga or something? Like, when does that show up in here? The speech by Void?
I feel like it was. Hey, by the way, did you ever see Void's full body at the statue?
Oh, yeah, with his goofy little arms, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me look real quick.
Void's awesome.
I feel like it is, but no. No, the very first thing that happens is God's having sex with the female apostle.
Wow.
Sorry.
What an opening.
Sorry, Preston, continue.
You can die proudly now, knowing that at least you inflicted one blow upon me. Look out! Thanks, Buck.
Yeah, fuck, I know I'm screwed. Got to use your cannon arm or something.
I was just thinking that. You got the cannon arm. That's like your trump card.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he's going to do.
Oh. Jump. Oh, you got my leg. Up. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, getting sucked in by him. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of horror for simply being grabbed by the leg and getting pulled up by this guy. Like 3 pages of him of Guts being like, "This is the worst thing ever." Right?
Yeah, he didn't like break his leg or anything, or dissolve his skin, or I don't know. Right. I'm like trying to think. You're right.
Shove his tentacle up his ass. Like it's just like, you grabbed my leg. Whoa, no, you have my leg. No, you have my leg. I mean, is the idea that he's like whipping him back and forth? Maybe.
I guess. Yeah, maybe it just doesn't show well. Yeah, because you're right. Why waste 20 hours on this pen?
This was like 2 days of work for him to be like, you grabbed him by the leg. Oh,
yeah,
Thursday.
You could just cut directly to him lifting him up.
The weekend. God.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Is he's swinging him around like a doll.
Still won't part with your sword, I see. He's bashing through a floor or a pillar?
He's cutting the columns, I think. He's going to try to make the building fall on the count. Oh, no, never mind.
You lost stock. You lost some stocks.
To be continued.
Yeah, he's really stretching this story out, man. This is really stretched out.
But, oh, look, there's a little puck at the end.
Yeah. Oh my
god. Oh. Yeah, you're right that like he could have cut that out. He could have cut out all those sub bosses and just gone directly into the count fight. But oh wow.
I mean, Guardians of Desire Part 3. Can't believe they've gone this many. Okay, well,
like Carmine, I'm pretty like cynical about it. Where they need he's like he probably should have cut Jericho, maybe streamlined something. He got rid of Zondark or whatever. Like, are you like we should know like that stuff is essential. You know, we need more fights.
You do realize that both of y'all would complain if there weren't any more guards for him to chop through, because you guys would be saying like, "Where are all the guards?"
That's true.
Preston specifically. Preston, don't even lie.
I mean, there weren't that many guards at his castle. They considering that he like went into a castle, and they had like he said he had 50 guards. He had 50 guards stop him as his like went into the castle. That's how many this guy has in his kingdom.
That is funny though. That he spends the whole thing. he sends like another big guy. You've said
He's
that
like-
your strength rivals Zondark. Now prove it. Yeah, I got it.
Immediately killed.
Like I want to see if anybody even remembers Jericho as a character.
What's so
Berserk.
interesting here is that like this is really one of those things where I'm so glad I'm not waiting week to week or month to month for these fucking chapters. I'm so glad I binged it because like the first part of Berserk is fine. It gets really great later on as you get like introduced to the main characters.
I mean, essentially the only thing that happened in this issue is that it was established that the Count surprisingly had a daughter who he doesn't let out of the house. And I guess you get the origin story on why he is as evil as he is. He like essentially sold his soul in order to have the power to like kill heretics. You know, I don't know if we needed to be in so far the third part of 5 for Guardians of Desire. But you know, I guess some advancement of the plot happened, but it was mostly just, again, Guts fighting sludgy dick monster. Yeah. So for a lot of pages. Yeah. So, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there to
We'll get there eventually.
get there eventually.
Oh my God.
Get there eventually. We got to get through Guardians of Desire before we can get to you know, the eclipse, right? That's where you say everything gets good.
No, that's it. We got a long time until Eclipse. We got years and years.
We got like
until
years, bro.
Eclipse.
What are you crazy?
We gotta go because it's after Zond or not Zonder. Fuck me.
After Zondark of Desire, Guardians
Zondark of Desire. That's where it goes to the flashback of Guts's life, and then we get the Griffith stuff, and then we get the Eclipse. So we got a long time. Unfortunately, we got years.
Good times. Good thing we're here.
I will say, like, I didn't realize how not like you can tell that this was a weekly or whatever bi-weekly. What is it? How often did Berserk come out? Like, you can tell that it's like he's filling. There's some filler. Like, he had story, and he's like, okay, I need to have Guts fight random no name number 2 or random mini boss number 2 and stuff. Like, yeah, I can tell that, like, he's like, okay, this issue for this month doesn't have enough in it. Let's just have Guts fight some random guy, and then we'll stretch out the plot stuff into the next episode, next issue.
We still figured out this fucking cake.
What's the cake? Yeah, what's the cake? Okay, scroll up. What is said just before? What's gonna happen to me now? Oh, maybe okay. I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Puck. Remember, he's like, "You're gonna eat me," right? When she opens up the cage, maybe he thinks he's gonna be turned into a cake.
Why is he smiling? I mean, I get like that would, like, he should look fearful, like, oh no, I'm gonna be a cake, and that's what we're.
And you're, oh look, he's on the cake. Look close. Look closely.
You're right,
it's Puck on top of the cake.
He's dead. He's a garnish on top of the cake.
He's been crucified onto the cake. Yeah.
You're right. It's Jesus Puck.
Oh, we solved the cake mystery.
No Trey the Explainer video needed for this one.
I don't need to email Miura's like loved ones asking, did he ever talk about the cake scene?
Why is Puck fondly thinking about a cake? He's still weirdly fondly thinking about it, which is like I mean, that is a grin. Like, the sweat is weird. I guess the sweat is his nervousness, but like, that's a weird smile to be thinking about himself on top of the cake.
And I don't know why
no faces.
And why like waste so much illustration on that cake? Why not just like have him like roasting on a stick or something? I don't know.
Get eggs and grapes.
Or in a sandwich.
Tangerine like, slices or something. I don't know what's going on here.
It's a very elaborate panel just for what it represents.
I mean, there are many worse panels that he has wasted literally days. I mean, knowing that, again, especially at this time, that he literally said he did 4 pages a night. So to like know that he is just sitting there like waking up at 10 p.m. and working into like all through the night on freaking Zondark in the stairwell or the fucking
Jericho.
And he's just like, okay, here we go. I'm just gonna, all right, get my curry from 7-Eleven and just like sit down and just line after line.
That's crazy to me that when you told me that like he worked at night, like he didn't work during the day. He like was like a weird hermit. That like that's sad.
Yeah.
I guess it worked for him, but yeah,
I think he switched to a day schedule when he became successhad later on. But in these early days, he freely said, like, yeah, just like it was like all through the middle of the night, like just drawing. And he didn't have any. He had like a small clique of friends, but he didn't really know anybody else.
Did he have like a day job? Is that why he had to do it at night?
No, I had to sleep, right? He had to sleep sometime.
we have a fondness for these weird guys that kind of like had a failed career and then got success later. You know, like how George like was managing chess tournaments and stuff.
In some ways, I understand it now that I have like a family and I realize how much how much of a time suck like having a family is. How much of a time suck being in a relationship and then having children and all these things are. Like the amount of dedication that a human being has to creative pursuit when they have nothing else. Like when you're just focused on a creative pursuit without the distraction of, wife, children, job, your any other hobby, exercise, whatever, like playing frisbee with your friends on a Saturday. Like, you just, when it's just like one thing you can dedicate your whole fucking life to, like the amount of greatness you can achieve, sad greatness you can achieve.
It's true. It's true. When because I've done my YouTube thing since like high school and stuff and went into college doing it. And you're right that like I had to sacrifice so many like Friday nights and Sundays and Saturdays, like where I didn't go out and drink with friends or go to like the club or whatever bar. And I worked on my YouTube stuff instead. And yeah, you're right that like you've sacrificed your social life somewhat for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So sad to think you were like, I should go to this party, but I got to finish this. I got to finish this video.
This happened to me, and I think about it sometimes, and I'm just like, no, I made my choices. I got to live with them, that got a little heavy.
Well, at least
Berserk.
At least it's this. I mean, hopefully you won't die young. But man. See, Carmine just doesn't even have the desire to go out, period. Like, even if he didn't have the YouTube channel, he'd just be like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm chilling tonight.
I've spent most of my teens and early 20s being a crazy asshole. I'm done, man. I just want to chill.
That's what one of my friends said to me once. He's like, because he was talking about how his college experience, he just had a girlfriend the whole time and didn't do anything. And I was like, you didn't party at all in college? And he's like, people that party in college are people that didn't party in high school. I partied in high school and I got it out of my system. And so I didn't party in college. There is like the out of your system kind of thing, but this guy didn't do it party. This guy never partied. He never partied. So.
This is me. No, I'm starting to party now, I guess. But no. And it's not, you're not missing too much, because at least with like artistic accomplishments and creative accomplishments, you can look back and like you're like, wow, like I made that thing and I produced it, or I don't know, you got fans from it.
It's a little better to party later on in the sense that you have money later on. you're older and more mature. Well, when you're young and you don't have any money, you can't really do anything. It's mostly just you and your bros hanging around doing nothing, staying up way too late, getting burritos at 4 a.m. Like, that's most of the time, drinking way too much. But yep, there it is.
Go back. Can you go? Let's see the weird slug dick panel again. I like that panel.
Yeah, because
like I'm picturing. Yeah, he's working on that.
Getting into this too much.
At 11:30 p.m.
Whale and this fucking dick slug that comes up from the stairwell. Because like you really think about this, like he essentially. Oh wait, I've got to go even further back.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's his dick, right? It rises up, right? It's like he essentially becomes aroused, and the thing comes out. Like
his dick burrowed underneath the stone,
underneath the stairwell,
and back up.
So like, Guts,
which is interesting idea to me because it seems like there'd be there it is. There'd be like, he's a Hava-san, right? Is there somebody beneath him, like a kitchen underneath him that sees the dick go down into the floor?
Right. He must have like, okay, like realistically, okay, he's walking up here. So this guy, he must have like a hole. His cloak is going to go down to his feet, but he's actually got a hole, in the top. And then his dick is going to be down the hole underneath the stairwell. And so Guts gets closer. And then he essentially becomes aroused. And his dick, first he shoots his sword down, stabs his dick. His dick becomes aroused. And then comes out of the fucking floor. To be like, boing. Boing. It's like, I knew your dick was. Do you think I'd fall for the whole I'm sitting on a throne, but really my dick is like limping down into a hole and hiding under the stairwell trick? I knew that. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm going to stab your fucking dick through a stone stairwell.
With my own sword dick.
With my own sword dick. Their dicks are touching.
Oh, God.
Kind of has a vagina, though. Like, because this is like, he's like fucking the bloody vagina to here. So
Jozo's prank.
Oh, man. All right, Carmine. Guardians of Desire Part 3. Ranking, scale of 1 to 10.
It was fine. It was whatever. It was fine. Going back through Berserk, it's God, I'm so glad I binged it. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Because we're kind of getting to know I'm getting to know what it feels like seeing like how it was released, where you have to wait a week or however long, a month before the next issue comes out, and you're like, man, can we get on with it a little bit?
What I find hilarious is there will be people on Preston's stream who'll be like, for $10, hey, when's Berserk and the Boys coming back there, Preston? What's going on here, buddy?
I know.
Berserk and the Boys.
People love Berserk and the Boys.
Here we are.
Preston will always do the same thing. He'll always go, I'll gather the boys.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for Berserk with the Boys. Trey, you got a new video out. But this is probably going to get posted next week. But you got a new video out on Doorways and a previous one on God of War. And Carmine, you've got a video on George at getting interviewed by Collider and being a complete dick to Ryan Condal. So
I didn't realize how. So I was going through. By the way, Collider. messed up naming the thing. You actually warned me about this because there's a 5-minute video and a 3-minute video that are named the same thing. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize how salty George is about adaptations because they were asking him about Fever Dream. No, he said, they asked him, like, what's one adaptation you're looking forward to? And, he says, like, he wants Fever Dream adapted. And he goes into detail about how he wants to make sure he has a director who's not only a fan of his works, but also going to, he wants to hire writers who are not going to change anything.
I mean, they literally asked him, what's it like working with Ryan Condal? And he says, well, I work with a lot of people. And then he begins talking about something else.
Trey, I don't know if you watched the video yet, but basically I just take the highlights from the interviews.
Ooh, I should watch this.
And it's 3 minutes. One of the videos from Collider is 3 minutes. And the woman asks him, what's it like working with Ryan Condal? And George goes on like a 2-minute, 30-second answer, doesn't mention Condal, and that doesn't mention House of the Dragon, nothing. It just gushes about Ira Parker, who's the showrunner for Dunk and Egg.
Oh my goodness.
They go, what's it like working with Ryan Condal? And he says, well, I work with a lot of people. Like I work with Ira Parker. And he begins talking about Ira, like.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So he's doing he's interested in doing a Fever Dream adaptation?
Yes,
yeah,
that's what he said. He said, I believe he said Fever Dream is one of his most favorite, like anything he's ever written. Like it's up there. For him. So
me too. I'm of the same way, George. We should talk about Fever Dream, George.
I told Carmine asked me today because we got on Fever Dream, and I'm like, Sour Billy is probably the best written character that George R. Martin's ever written. Like in the
So I'm in the Trey.
So
I'm in the very
and dark and pathetic.
I'm in the very beginning, so I don't really know much about Sour Billy. I'm at the part where Abner wakes up Joshua, and Joshua's like, "Look, dude, I like you, but just please don't ever wake me up in the day."
He's like, "Don't ever wake me up." Yeah,
don't ever do that. So I'm at that.
When he was trying to show him they were going to race that other boat or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, and he like hisses at him. It's a good damn. I remember reading Fever Dream for the first time. It's a good read.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the adaptation is going to happen, but
no.
I think he was talking.
It could,
like that would be.
It could happen. It 100% could. So we'll see what happens. Because look, In the Lost Lands did not do well at the box office. I think they made it in the Lost Lands. What's the verdict on this? I know it.
I haven't seen any of this either.
The budget was $55 million. Box office was 4.2.
4.2 million. Ooh.
24% on Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, this really should have been not a movie. It should have been a show on HBO or Cinemax or
Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel.
Original. This should not have been like a movie. Because nowadays, let's be real here. Nowadays, movies are really not doing well unless they have a Marvel character in it. People were. Have you heard about the movie Mickey 17?
Yeah.
People were saying how it's a really good movie and it's a shame that it didn't do as well as it should have. But yeah, that just makes sense that it's not doing that well. The budget was for Mickey 17. It's 118 million, and right now it's only grossed 111 million. Yeah. In order for a movie to be successful, it has to do twice its budget. So
no movies are doing well right now. So it's tough when the budgets are huge. And I mean, like the new Snow White movie, like. It still it still can pull in $150 million, which is a lot of money. But if it costs $300 million, like you're done.
$300 million? Let me see. How much does this cost?
It's like how Indiana Jones bombed. So
oh my
so expensive.
God! Preston, it costs $270 million for a Snow White. What the fuck? That's a lot of money.
Wait. Say that again. How much was this Snow White movie?
Snow White cost around $270 million. Mm-hmm. So far it's only made $96 million. I'm reminded of something. Not Rich Evans. Mike from Red Letter Media said, he goes, all that money that could have been used to like feed the homeless or
right. I mean, these things are tax write-offs or whatever, and they
where does that money even go?
Think about when they do these calculations, like. I mean, you're talking about, merchandise and the princesses like line that's how Disney makes a lot of their money. The theme parks. So first of all, you know what the most profitable part of the Disney company is? it's still the theme parks. It's still the theme parks. So like, you got to remember that like a girl, like this is programming for little girls, which is why I think like generally, like a bunch of men on the internet discussing like entertainment for little girls is really weird, especially when it's a bunch of like weird sexists claiming it's all woke, and it's like, why do you care about girl power in like a movie for little girls? Like this is like movies for honestly 7-year-old girls who are into princesses. Like, relax, you know? So I think in some ways it doesn't matter, because it's about merchandise and selling princess backpacks and getting little girls to ask their parents to go to Disney World so they can meet Snow White. And that's all not calculated into, you know, the profit of the movie and things like that. So
as a kid, I wanted to go to Disneyland, or Disney World, but now as an adult, I just want to go to the Star Wars thing just to see it. But I know for a fact it's going to be an arm and a leg for how expensive it is. Fuck.
Yeah, like you saw the Jenny Nichols thing, right?
Where she goes to the Star Wars hotel? Yeah. I don't want to go to a fucking hotel. Fuck that shit. I just want to go to Star Wars Land. Sit in the Millennium Falcon. That sounds really like build my own lightsaber.
You better have $300 or whatever. Isn't that like lightsaber thing? Like, it's extra, like it's not built in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Right. But you know, all these calculations, like I say, all these calculations on how people make money, it's all weird. So it's hard to really say. But, well. I mean, you know, it's not like I'm wasting my time watching entertainment for little girls. Unless you count Berserk. I mean, it's got elves, right? This is marketed for kids.
Oh gosh.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else before we go?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you guys for spending time with me this evening. I know you all have better things to do, but you spent it with me doing Berserk with the boys.
This is fun. No, this is awesome. I like with Berserk with the boys. I'm happy we solved the cake. That's my accomplishment for today. Yeah,
we will never. If it's a Mount Rushmore or if it's a fucking cake, we will solve that shit, and we will not let any panel go, like any mystery go unsolved.
That's me. That's why I think I have like a mental problem where like I will literally I'll get hung up over for months. Like there was something that I was trying to hunt down the answer for. Gosh, and I was like emailing a whole bunch of people, and I just never got any resolution for it, and it still annoys me. Like I was doing like what I did, where I was like, I'm gonna find the comic artist because I was looking for a producer, the director of Doorways pilot to ask him.
Artist had the answer for the show, but he didn't have it for the comic book that he actually wrote. And
right.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, yeah, you're right that like I asked him, like, do you remember which historical figures you did for the Mount Rushmore in the comic? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. But I'll check the email I got from George. And you're right that the email he got from George is the TV show pilot version, which is like, why? Why did he even get...
You found the solution accidentally looking... Like, you found the solution for A by looking for the solution to B. And I really thought in your video you could have long played like searching for the different pictures and been like, well, this and this user found this and this face, but instead you're just like, and the answer for the comic book is this and this, and you're like, I'm like, oh, you could have long played that out.
I want this over.
You had several more minutes explanation on like how you got the comic book, like, and how you made the match, you know, but. Anyway, all right, thank you everyone. We will see you next time for Berserk with the Boys. Thanks for watching.